culinary addictions. Today we're going to be doing baked green mussels with that Dynamite sauce. These things are very delicious. If you haven't had them yet, I know there's some ugly sure all tasty and also healthy. Got a lot of protein, those omega fatty acids. What more can you ask? Good tasty goodness and health. Alright, baked green mussels are very easy to make. It's one of the reasons why I love them. You can come home after a night of clubbing, you know, be wasted or have an impromptu dinner and be able to bang these out in about 10 minutes. Probably take you about 15 minutes total with prep and cook. It's easy to make, and the mussels you can keep in the freezer. They last about 2 years. So make sure before you buy them, check the expiration. You want to get them as fresh as possible. But, you know, of course, live mussels are better. But for us folks that are working hard, single papas, single mamas, it's cool to have these in the freezer, just ready to go when you need them. Alright, for our baked green mussels, this is what we're going to need. For our Dynamite sauce, we're going to need some smelt eggs. These are somewhat hard to find. You're not going to find in your typical American grocery store. I know over where I live, there's only a handful of stores that actually have them. They're fairly cheap, and they're also tasty. If you've been to sushi bars, you know, they use this as a garnish quite a bit. We're going to want to use our cock sauce, aka sriracha. It's called cock sauce because of the cock on it. We're going to use some fresh ground chili paste just to add that little kick, that fire. If you don't like spicy, you can leave this out. If you can't find this, and you won't find it anywhere else but an Asian store, is Kewpie mayonnaise. It's a Japanese mayonnaise. And what's the difference between Japanese mayonnaise and your regular Miracle Whip? Is that this mayonnaise is very rich. If you get the opportunity, you do get it. Taste them side by side and you'll know what I mean. Tasting this is believing, and this is very, very rich. But if you're on a diet, you can go ahead and use light mayonnaise in place of that. Also, we're going to use soy sauce. Today we're using gluten-free soy sauce. If you don't know about this gluten-free fad that's going on, it's supposed to be good for your digestive tract, so that's what we're going to go with today. And we're going to use some sesame oil. You've got to go very gentle on this. Very potent, but it smells very good. And the last ingredient, a nice lemon. Just a little bit of lemon juice. Alright, so we're going to wash our mussels, kind of defrost them. Before I head over to the sink, I'm going to preheat the oven at 450 and we'll be good to go. And I'll show you how to make this sauce. Let me go wash these. I'll be right back. Got our mussels washed. Some folks like to cut that little connective tissue. I like to leave it because it just gives you that sense of savageness when you bite into these things. Now we're going to make our sauce. We're going to start with our Japanese mayonnaise. Good helping of that. We're going to go gentle on the sesame seed oil. You can always add more later, but you want to just have a gentle touch like a princess. There you go. And we're going to add the cock sauce. Go gentle, always starting out, and once you mix it, you can always add more later if it needs something. Now we're going to add a little of our crushed chili paste, just a little bit, just to add that little spiciness. You know, if you don't have spice in your life, you ain't living right. We're going to go with our soy sauce. Go gentle on it as well. You don't want it to end up too salty. I'm going to add a little lemon juice. Then we're going to add a nice spoonful. Let me grab a spoonful of our roe, our fish eggs. Now when you're mixing this, be very gentle because you don't want to crush the eggs. Because when you eat them, you want the eggs to pop in your mouth. It just adds more to that texture that we like. That we like with the Dynamite mussels that we have at the sushi spot. So it should come out after you're done mixing it like a light orange. And then we're going to take our sauce, very easy, and just put enough to cover each mussel. Just like that. Very easy recipe. You can impress your friends or your date coming home late at night and bang these out. End up talking about we should have went out and ate sushi. This sauce is very versatile. You can use it on lobster. You can make baked scallops with it. You can use it on white fish like a cod or a halibut. Works with all of that. And it also goes good on rice as well. The mussels I would serve with a nice salad, nice fresh salad and some rice. A good drink to go with it is sake or beer, the most, the third most drank by people in the world. Also champagne is good if you have a lovely lady that you're entertaining. Right, now that we got all our mussels coated in this Dynamite sauce, we're going to throw it in the oven, or actually in the broiler, and let them bake for about 10 minutes. You want to check periodically. One way to know that they're done is when it's bubbling and it's got some brown spots on it, but you'll see that in just a few moments. Alright, we're about 5 minutes into cooking. This is the point where you want to check on your mussels. Depending on how your broiler works, you might have to turn them in order for them to be evenly cooked. So we're going to take a peek at these bad boys. And notice how these are more cooked than this. So this means I need to turn the pan around so these can get the same heat and be evenly cooked. So get to know your stove or your oven just like you would get to know your girl or your dude if that's what you into. Alright, 10 minutes later, we banged out our baked green mussels. Look at that, and they smell very good. Now these bitches is very hot. You want to let them cool just a little bit, but while they're cooling, we're going to garnish them with the fish eggs, and they're going to be ready to serve. You want to serve them immediately, because when these things set out and get cold and room temperature, they are not good. This food you got to serve immediately, because that's when you get that creamy texture, that muscle, that flesh right there, that tasty goodness. Heaven. And simple, easy. You go to a sushi spot, you pay 10 bucks for what, 4 mussels? You can pay 10 bucks and make 2 dozens of these. So cheap eats, good eats, what more can you ask for? And you can impress folks by breaking this out late at night and serving it up within 15 minutes. So I'm going to move these to the plate and I'm going to garnish them with some of the salmon roe. I'm going to go out on the patio and enjoy them with a nice cool beer. Good time.